Hello everyone, how are you? It's Kay. So this is the 22nd of May 2022 and this is on Sunday. So I hope you're having a great weekend today. So let's start today's live stream about weekly forecast. So every Sunday I cover the Forex pairs, 21 pairs on my watch list, and also gold, WTI Oil, and then indices, and then news for this week. I will cover these markets and news as today's topic. So, and last week I wasn't able to do because of some technical issues, but today I can do this. So it's been like 2 weeks. So hopefully you enjoy and also learn and at least to know what to prepare to trade for this week. Alright, so let me switch screen. Okay, and as usually, as a quick disclaimer, this information is basically based on my own experience. So when you take trades, please do at your own risks. And also, since this is live, if you can please follow the rules and guidelines, that would be great. Because after all, we're all here to learn. And also, recently, there are so many fake accounts of mine, so please be careful. I don't have Telegram, I don't have Instagram, I have no Facebook. I never send direct messages to anyone, so please be careful on these social media of my fake accounts. Okay, so let me say hi to everyone quickly, because I know there will be more new joiners here today. So let me say hi to everyone. Thank you for joining, everyone. Augustine and Libor, good to see you. All right, TSM, good to see you too. Yes, I will cover Bitcoin also. I will cover Bitcoin. Yes, towards the end of the live stream. Okay, too, thank you for joining. Ellie, also good to see you. Your Capital, good to see you too. Sulaiman, thank you for joining. Good to see you. And Richard, TikTok. Time Farm and Nak, good to see you too. Alright, Roger, William, and Ivan, Mahardika and Peter, KOM and Kevin, Chu, Austin, Chuck Davis, and Buta, good to see you too. Thanks for joining. Alright, and Nijad and Charlie 3, Eugene, good to see you. And yeah, Tamas, Muhammad, MK. Alright, Danzan, good to see you too. Alright, John Ong and Chiweze, good to see you too. And Ramin, also good to see you. Oh, how often do you upload on the second channel? It's irregular, so it's not like a regular uploads, but sometime next week I'm thinking to do a live stream on my second channel. So that's something that is coming up. But yeah, this YouTube, in my first channel, I do this regularly every week, but not on my second channel. Okay, thanks for joining everybody. I can keep seeing my comments, seeing some comments now. John Hera and back, Brian and Tyrone, good to see you. Thank you for joining, newly here. And Faisal also, and Bagger, good to see you too. Okay, so now let me switch to trading view and start to see some charts. So first, I will cover the Forex pairs on my watch list. So I have Euro, USD, all the way down to CAD JPY. So let me cover all these pairs. So every weekend, I look at the weekly time frame because that's when the weekly candles are closed. And then also the daily time frame, so just to see which way the market might go this week. We always look at the higher time frame situations and get down to the lower time frames to confirm the entry timings. So let me split the window into two now. And on the left, I place the weekly. On the right, I put the daily chart. And you have two different time frames. So what I usually do is I check the charts by multiple time frames and see which way the market might go. So first, let me start from the Euro USD. Okay. All right, thank you for joining. Everybody, great to see you. Katarina, good to see you too. TSM also, good to see you again. All right. Maribeth, thank you for joining from Japan. Good to see you here. All right, Rose and Lim, also good to see you. Okay, so here is Euro USD. So I will cover the Forex pairs first. Euro USD down to Swiss franc JPY. So Euro USD weekly chart is still bearish. Kumo has been trending down. Single span A, I think is flat. Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen are flat and Chikou span below candles. So it has been bearish, but it may retrace backwards to either Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen on the weekly chart. And also in the daily chart, on the right is the daily chart, and the daily chart also shows that Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat. So, and we have some room up to the Kijun-sen, so I'm expecting this week will be still retracement. It may still going up to Kijun-sen in the daily, or the weekly Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen. So so that means I'm not gonna sell anymore on the Euro USD. I have been looking for the sell chance for the last couple of months, but here the market might reverse. So if it goes bullish on the lower time frames, then I will look for the buying edge and target to either daily Kijun-sen or the weekly Tenkan and Kijun-sen. So in that sense, I think buy will be the right call for this week. So let's move on to the next pair, which is Euro Pound. Euro Pound on the weekly is complete range because Kumo is flat, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen flat, Chikou span touching, and the price is exactly in between Kijun-sen and Kumo. So based on the weekly chart, we have no idea which way it goes. And so in this case, we can look at the daily chart. And in terms of daily chart, it's bullish because Senko span A angle is bullish. Kumo itself is also bullish after the twist. And Kijun-sen is angle up, Chikou span above candles, so it's bullish. So as for Euro Pound, as long as the daily chart is above the Kijun-sen, I will be continuously look for buying edge. And but if the market breaks the Kijun-sen, then that will be range. It may be spiky in range, so I'm not gonna look for the buying edge anymore. So as for Euro Pound, I will focus in the daily time frame and decide what to do. So next one is Euro AUD. Euro AUD weekly chart is now complete range. Since the week of the 4th of April, the market has been retraced back to Kijun-sen and now it's flat. And last week was doji, and previously we have lots of wicks up and downwards. So you can tell that the market has been very spiky and tricky. And Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat, so this is still flat, so we have no idea which way it goes in the weekly time frame. And also, as for the daily time frame, this one all exactly into Kumo now. And also, when you look at the Kumo shape, this is very thick. And whenever the market is within the Kumo, where it's very thick, that might spike, and we have many fake outs in the lower time frames. So most likely, I wait until the market breaks the Kumo towards either direction on the daily time frame. But most likely, it won't happen this week. So I will put the Euro AUD as low priority and focus on other pairs to trade. So next one is the Euro JPY. So Euro JPY also has been retracing back after the huge bullish trend since the 7th of March. Now in April, towards the end of April and May, it has been retracing. And so as per the weekly time frame, the price is above the Kijun-sen, and technically Kumo is still bullish. So this is still uptrend. So it will actually almost touch the Kijun-sen, so it may go up is my view on the weekly time frame. Chikou span also above candles. So technically it's still bullish. But in the daily time frame it's range because the price is in between Kijun-sen and Kumo. And looks like this has been reversed in wave. And also there was head and shoulders. And neckline has been broken bearish also. So neckline was here at 134.30 and it has been broken bearish. So looks like in the daily time frame it's range, or this is more of downtrend. So this is where the market direction contradicts. Weekly shows bullish and daily shows bearish. So in this case, simply I stay away until the market goes either direction clearly based on the weekly bullish or the daily downtrend. If the market goes down continuously, then I wait for the market goes out of the Kumo and look for the selling edge in the daily time frame. But if the market goes up continuously, then I wait for the Kijun-sen bullish, Kijun-sen angle up on the weekly and prepare to buy. But for now, we can't tell which way it goes, so simply I will stay away. Okay, so next one is Euro CAD. Euro CAD weekly is still downtrend because Kumo is down. Kumo has been bearish. Senko span A is pointing down. Kijun-sen is flat, but the market is below the Tenkan-sen. And 2 weeks back, there was a resistance by the Tenkan-sen. So, and Chikou span below the candles too. So as long as price is below the Tenkan-sen, this is bearish. So I will continue to look for the sell chance. But if the market breaks the Tenkan-sen, then it may go up to the Kijun-sen on the weekly chart. So for now, I look for the selling edge, and with that in mind, if I look at the daily chart, this is now range. Yeah, so most likely I wait for the support level breakout on the daily chart, which is 1.3385, and after the break of the support, I look for the sell chance, is my view. So I will put the alert below that level, maybe around 1.337 level. I put the alert, and once that alert triggers, I will come back to the chart sometime this week and look for the selling edge. So that was Euro CAD. So moving on to the next pair, Euro Swiss franc. Euro Swiss franc has been quite rough these days, very spiky, because weekly is now range. The market is in between Kijun-sen and Kumo, and Chikou span is getting very close. And as for the daily chart, the market went back to Kumo now. So this is range, so simply I will stay away. And next one is USD JPY. USD JPY retracing backwards for the last two weeks, but still this is bullish because the Kumo is bullish, Senko span A is up, and Tenkan-sen is also bullish, and Chikou span above candles clearly. So this market is still bullish. So we have double top, and there is a support level in the daily chart, which is 126.95. So in my view, it may bounce here and goes up because weekly is still bullish. But if the market breaks that level, 126.95, then I won't look for any trading edges because it might be spiky and range afterwards. So I will be looking for the buying edge in the USD JPY, but I will be waiting until the market comes above the Kijun-sen to buy. So that's the USD JPY. So, but overall market has been retracing, ranging right now for the last 2 weeks. So the market might spike and tricky. So in that sense, I'm still waiting for the big waves to come, more stable trends to come. But I will be still looking for some pips to gain. So here is the USD CAD. Weekly is complete range. There was about to break 2 weeks back, but as a result, it ended up with a big doji, big pin bar, and last week was bearish candle. So looks like the market is going down to the weekly Kijun-sen. So sell would be the right call. So target is going to be the weekly Kijun Sen, which is 1.2738. And as for the daily time frame, sorry, we have too many lines, so let me delete. Okay, so as for the daily time frame, since its range, no trace, Kumo flat completely, Kijun Sen flat completely. So I say the weekly Kijun Sen is the target, but this is too close in a daily time frame. It's here at 1.2738. This is too close, so I'm not gonna trade on this one unless it breaks bullish. I'm not gonna trade. Okay, next one is USD CHF. This one is bullish. Last week was a huge bearish candle, but still Kumo is bullish. Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen up, and Chikou Sen above candles on the weekly. And as for the daily time frame, this is very key. But daily time frame Kijun Sen is supporting the price. So next Monday, Tuesday, I expect it bounces and goes up. So buy is my view. And Kumo is flat, but Chikou Sen above candles. So unless the market breaks the Kijun Sen, I will still look for the buy chance. So that's USD CHF. And next one is Pound USD. Pound USD is bearish still in both weekly and the daily time frame. Because on the weekly, the price is still below the Tenkan Sen, so it's bearish. And as for the daily time frame, price is above the Tenkan Sen, but the Kumo is down. Kijun Sen is pointing down, so it's bearish. So I'm waiting for the sell chance on Pound USD. So next one is Pound JPY. So Pound JPY is now, this is now weekly is range. Kijun Sen is flat. The price is on the Kijun Sen now. But Kumo is bullish, but we had 3 weeks of huge retracement, and last week was only bullish. But this is overall still retracing. So it may go down in that sense. It may go down continuously. And as for the daily time frame, it's range completely. The price is in the Kumo now, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. So no direction, and I will be staying away from this one. Okay, next one is Pound CAD. Pound CAD is weekly, still downtrending below the Tenkan Sen. And daily chart shows it's bearish also, because Kumo is down, Kijun Sen is pointing down, and Chikou Span is below the candles. So I will prepare to sell on Pound CAD. So I will mark this one also. Alright, moving on to Pound AUD. A Pound AUD broke the Tenkan Sen on the weekly, and that's why I have this arrow pointing upwards, and Kijun Sen on the weekly is a target. I think bullish would be the right call. Buy would be the right call. There was a double bottom here on the weekly also, so I think it's gonna go up back to the weekly Kijun Sen. But as for the daily time frame, the market is going into Kumo now, and especially here the Kumo is very thick. So this is like the storm, the airplane going into storm, so the market can be spiky and volatile. Like when I came from Japan to Dubai, there was under the storm, and the airplane went under storm, and it was very shaky. The whole airplane was shaking, and I wasn't able to sleep. So it may happen this time on the Pound AUD in the daily time frame. So I would stay away until the airplane comes out of the storm to buy and target to the weekly Kijun Sen. So next one is Pound Swiss franc. This one is range on the weekly and range on the daily chart. So unless the market breaks support, I will still hold. But if the market breaks the support level 1.2073, then it may be big. So I'm just waiting for the support break. Yeah, daily chart also range. So yeah, we can't really see which way it goes. Okay, next one is AUD base pairs. So first one is AUD USD. AUD USD is now retracing backwards on the weekly as Kijun Sen is flat, Kumo flat, Chikou span touching. So I'm looking for the buying edge. And then as for the daily time frame, this is now bearish. Kumo is down, Kijun Sen is down, Chikou span below candles, so it's bearish. The weekly is reversing backwards, but the daily is bearish. So which way it goes is unknown because there's a fight between the weekly buyers and daily sellers. So the market might spike, is my view. So in this case, I would hold until the market breaks the previous inside bar on the weekly, which is 1.7072. And once it breaks, I will prepare to look for the buying edge. So 0.7072 in a daily time frame will be around here. Yeah, 7072, sorry, is about here. So yeah, once the market breaks that level, then I will follow the uptrend on the lower time frames. It may be bullish in the 4-hour or 1 hour, and I will follow that time frame. I don't look at the daily chart, but I will look at a lower time frames to follow and target to the weekly Kijun Sen 0.7244. So that will be my plan. So next one is AUD CAD. AUD CAD is now at the support in the weekly and daily is down, so this is bearish overall. So it may break the support level. But to be safer, we want to wait for the break of the support 0.8907 to sell. So again, I will put the alert below that level around 0.889 or 89 level. 0.89 is the exact number. So I put the alert on that level. And once this one triggers, I will come back and look for the entry edge. And as for the daily time frame, Kumo is down, Kijun Sen is pointing down, Chikou span below candles, so this is bearish. We can also draw a descending trend line like this way, and as long as market is below that trend line, this is still bearish. That's the AUD CAD downtrend in the daily and about to break the weekly support is my view. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more pairs to cover. So now let me go to AUD JPY. AUD JPY weekly is now range because Kijun Sen flat and the market is below the Tenkan Sen. So it's technically flat. It may continue to reverse back to the weekly Kijun Sen again. And we have an inside bar on the weekly, so we can't really tell which way it goes. And as for the daily time frame, also the price is in the Kumo now, so at a glance I will stay away. No direction and no trace. Okay, next one is AUD Swiss franc. Weekly is flat, daily is flat also, both ones are flat, so no chance, I will simply stay away. And CAD JPY, this is too bullish on the weekly because the price is above the Tenkan Sen. So it may be supported by the Tenkan Sen and goes up is my view. And Tenkan Sen on the weekly is also very close to the daily Senko Span A. So it may also be supported by the Senko Span A in the daily time frame and goes up this way. And when it happens, I will look for the buying edge. So in this case, I would draw the descending trend line like this way on the daily time frame. And once the market breaks that trend line, I will come back and look for the buying edge. So yeah, that's my plan on CAD JPY. Okay, so let's move on to the next one, CAD Swiss franc. CAD Swiss franc is now exactly on the Tenkan Sen. So the question is whether the market will be supported by the Tenkan Sen and goes up or not. So, and also in a daily time frame, it broke the Kijun Sen. So it may go down, is my view. So in the weekly, it may retrace back to the Kijun Sen too. So I think sell will be the right call. But looks like for the last 3 days or 4 days, it has been bearish. So this is like the falling knife that you never want to catch. So usually when we see this huge retracement, and especially breaks the previous support, then the market most likely will be range, is my view. So when it ranges this week, then I will simply stay away. But if it keeps going down, then I will follow the lower time frame downtrend and target to the weekly Kijun Sen. So that's a CAD Swiss franc. And the last one I cover is Swiss franc JPY. Okay, Swiss franc JPY is flat in the weekly and flat in the Kumo in the daily. So simply I will stay away and see which way it goes. Okay, so that covered the whole Forex pairs on my watch list. Alright, so now let me move on to gold and WTI. But before that, let me take a water. Yeah, today is so dry, so I have to keep drinking some water along the way. Okay, so now here is XAU USD gold. As for gold, I will look into the weekly and daily time frame, but I prefer the time frame to be the window to be bigger, so I will just do it one by one on the window. So weekly gold is now range because the market is in between Kijun Sen and Kumo and Chikou span touching, so we cannot really tell which way it goes. And as for the daily time frame, this is now retracing backwards because it broke the Tenkan Sen. So we have Kumo down, Senko span BA down, but Kijun Sen has been flat for the last 4 days, and it broke the Tenkan Sen. So my view is bullish and target to 1892.91. So if I see the bullish trend in the lower time frames, then I will look for the buying edge. So that's the XAU USD. So I will just mark this one also. I may be buying the gold this week. Okay, and then let me cover WTI. Starting from the weekly time frame. A weekly is above the Tenkan Sen, so technically it's uptrend bullish. But looks like Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and the market has been supported by the Kijun Sen here, and looks like this is becoming a bullish in the wave. So buy will be the right call for me. However, the market has been ranging for like 2 months or 3 months so far, and I am waiting for the break of the resistance of the daily time frame. So let me switch down to the daily, and I'm waiting for the break of 116.69. And once the breaker happens, then I will look for the buying edge and target to the all-time high, 129.32. And now Kumo is flat, Kijun Sen flat, so it may retrace back to Kumo or Kijun Sen. So I'm not gonna buy yet, but you can also expect that the market will be supported by this trend line, like this way, and it may go up continuously along the way. But I don't think the market will break the resistance this week. Looks like this is in the middle of the retracement, so it may retrace back to Kumo or Kijun Sen or the trend line and be supported and break sometime, sometime next week or 2 weeks after, or sometime June is my view. So that's WTI, the crude oil. So now let me cover the index. Alright, so index, I cover the weekly time frame only because index is more for the longer term than the lower time frames. So here is a Nikkei 225, and now this is PR range. The Kumo flat Senko span A retracing backwards. Kijun Sen is down, but the Tenkan Sen is bullish, so this is range. So no directions right now. And as for Dow Jones, this is bearish. As I put the arrow 2 weeks back, the market is still downtrending. The Kumo is down, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen down, Chikou span below candles. It broke the Kumo also, so this is bearish. And in terms of technical view, if this were the Forex, I will for sure look for the sell chance. I will never look to buy because this is still downtrending. So that's Dow Jones. And I think the market will go down to at least down to 30,554. Still, it's bearish. Okay, so next one is the weekly of Nasdaq. Nasdaq weekly is also bearish because Kumo is down, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen down, and the market broke the support. So it may go down to the next support, 10,946.1. Okay, so next one is S&P 500. This one is also bearish. The market broke the Kumo, and Kumo is being down, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen down, and Chikou span below. So this is bearish. Not a good time to buy yet. Okay, next one is the Euro stocks. Euro stocks has been bearish also because the market broke the Kumo. Market has been resisted by the descending trend line, and it's below the Tenkan Sen, so it's still bearish. And now this is what we call the P wave in Ichimoku. So simply we have to wait for the break towards either direction, and we can't tell which way it breaks. So I will just put the arrows like this just for the future reminder. So we have to see which way it breaks to follow. Okay, so next one is FTSE 100. This one has been ranging also. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span touching, so no direction, and we can't tell which way it goes this week. CAC France is about to break the Kumo bearish, so this is downtrend. This is bearish. So once the market breaks the Kumo clearly, means that if weekly candle closes below the Senko span B, it may go down continuously. So yeah, to me, this is still bearish. Okay, DAX index is now range. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. The price is on the Tenkan Sen now. Chikou span below candle, so in that sense, this is bearish. But now this is range. So no direction, and we can't tell which way it goes. Okay, next one is Nifty chart. Nifty is also flat. Kumo's flat, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen flat, and Chikou span below candles. So this is now range. The market was supported around 15,669.45, and looks like this is retracing back to Kijun Sen, and that's why I have this up arrow. So if you buy, then the weekly Kijun Sen is going to be the target. 17,015.30 is going to be the target. So I will keep the arrow like this, bullish. Okay, and the next one is A200. This one has been ranging also. Yeah, no direction, Kumo flat, purely very small Kumo in flat. That shows that there is no direction, complete flat range. And we had the Kumo, within the Kumo now, Kijun Sen has been flat, so no directions. And lastly, Hansen index. HSA Hansen is bearish because the price is below the Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen is down. Kumo flat, but Kijun Sen down, Chikou span below candles. So this is still bearish. It may continuously go down, is my view overall. Okay, so that covers the whole index. So now let me cover the news for this week and come back to your comments. So before, sorry, I will cover the Bitcoin as promised. I know there are lots of crypto traders here. It looks like we have all green. Looks like cryptocurrencies are going bullish today. But let me check the Bitcoin. So here is a weekly chart, and weekly shows still bearish because the price is below Tenkan Kijun Sen Kumo, Chikou span below candles. So it may go down is my view still. It's bearish. And if I look at the daily time frame, this is still bearish, I think. Yeah, still range. The market is not really going anywhere. So yeah, this is where you have to stay away. Yeah, it may go up or down or range, we can't tell. But weekly shows it's bearish. So I think it's more of downtrend still. Yeah, if this were the Forex, I will look for the sell chance. But since this is Bitcoin, I'm not sure. It may be supported by the support 28,681.23 and goes up. If it starts to go up, then the target is going to be the weekly Kijun Sen. But at this moment, we can't tell which way it goes. Or this is more like bearish in the long term. Okay, so let me cover the news and then come back to your comments. So let me quickly do that. I have the calendar here, so I'm using the calendar from fxstreet.com. And let me choose, okay, this week. Let me fit this one to the page, like this. And let's see, I will do it this week and click apply, and I get this weekly news here. So Monday 23rd, tomorrow, we have two news. One is a UK, Governor Bailey speech of BOE. So GBP pairs, pound pairs can be faked by this. And then technically on Tuesday morning in Asian session, there will be retail sales in New Zealand. And then also we have global BMA composite PMI or manufacturing PMI in Germany. And then also same one PMI report in Euro. So Euro pairs can be affected by this, and also another one in UK. So Euro and pound pairs, you have to be careful on the Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we have rate statement, rate decision on New Zealand. And then BOJ, Governor Kuroda speech in Japan. And then also durable goods orders in US. And then, of course, FOMC will be there. So yeah. Wednesday, we have to be careful on the JPY and USD. Moving on to Thursday 26, we have GDP annualized in the US and also retail sales report in Canada. So these two can be affected. And Friday, we have retail sales in AUD, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. So I think the biggest day for this week is going to be on Wednesday. Be careful on JPY and USD. So that's the overview of the news for this week. Alright, so that covered the whole contents today. So now let me come back to some comments and say hi to everyone and discuss free talk maybe for the next 10 minutes or so until the end of a live today. Okay. Okay, so again, thank you for joining everybody. Great to see you. So it's so dry, so I will keep drinking some water while I'm talking today. Okay, Chuck Davis says, question please, does the PA price action playlist contain all the knowledge necessary for learning price action, or do you think we'll still need to read the recommended PA books? Thanks. I'm using only the price action knowledge in the playlist. So I would say that's enough. But more precisely, I don't really use the runway. I don't really use the thrust up and down as the confirmations. I only use engulfing break and doji break and pin bar break, and that's about it. But that will be already enough as for the price action knowledge. Yeah, the thing is that whether you can identify these correctly or not. Okay, thank you for joining everybody. Great to see you. I see many people here now, so thank you for joining everybody. Okay, Ahmed says, I really love your lives. You are making me want to relocate to Dubai. Much love and respect to you from Iraq. Okay, thank you so much for your comment. Yeah, I wish you can move to Dubai also. Yep. Okay, Dubai is getting hot now. In the daytime, it's getting very hot. But nighttime, it's still okay. Okay, let's see. ET says, found your channel yesterday, downloaded about 40 of your videos, finished 8-9 already, taking notes seriously. Oh, okay, thank you for that. Yeah, please keep learning because I have many videos in the past. So the best way you can do is you can search by the name Forex K and also like price action, live trades, or Ichimoku, Kinko Hyo. You can add some more name afterwards, after my name in search, and you can find many videos. Okay. Alright. One says, hi K, how much money is good enough to put into start as I'm profitable, as I'm not, right, profitable trader yet? I would say the amount that is okay to lose. So never put too much money to start. I would say 1000 is good. 1000 USD is good to start. And you can keep compounding as you make profits. Okay, thank you for joining, Blair. Good to see you here also. Alright, so I have already covered Pound CAD and USD JPY. But for those who are newly joined, let me cover again. So Pound CAD, this one is the weekly, looks to be downtrending still, and also the daily is down. So I will be looking for the selling edge. This is down in my view. It's bearish. Okay, so that's Pound CAD and USD JPY. Okay, let's see. Weekly is still bullish. We have 2 weeks retracement, but weekly chart is still bullish. And the daily chart is below the Kijun Sen. So I will wait for the market to come above the Kijun Sen and look for the buying edge. That's USD JPY. But most likely that will be after the break of the resistance 131.31. So if it happens, I will come back and look for the buying edge. Okay, James, thank you for joining. Good to see you. And John Harris says, how would you go about it when trading lower time frames, daily flat 1 hour uptrend? Do you trade the M5 and exit when H1 goes flat? Yeah, that's exactly what I do. So if I see all the time frames like a daily chart, daily time frame, 4 hour time frame are flat on all the pairs, then I take the 1 hour to follow. But I don't aggressively follow because 1 hour can turn bearish anytime. So if I have something else to do besides trading, then I will do that. I'm not gonna trade. I'm not gonna follow 1 hour unless I'm free. Okay, yeah, let's see. Oh, John Harris says, I recommend drinking alkaline water, okay? The purpose of all, especially the 13 pH level. Oh, thank you for the recommendation. I guess I will put some, alkaline water next time. Yeah, this is just pure water. But yeah, I just talk like 1 hour. So this is, I think, just fine. Maybe I will put some lemon in it, and so that it feels better for me. Okay, let's see. Yasha says, how does your Ichimoku handle geometric Brownian motion or standard deviation of returns or entropy? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not magic, that's right. Yeah, I think we have to follow the direction of the trends. If there's no trend, then simply stay away is my strategy. And that's why I have no trades for the last 2 weeks. But it's okay for myself. I can be busy on something else besides trading, and I can always come back whenever we have big trends. Okay, John Hera says, what about for the index SPY? So yeah, SPY already covered S&P. It was retracing. Daily charts is going down. Weekly is also going down. So sell will be the right call. It may break the support and keeps going down. Okay. Hyphon says silver, please. Silver, let me see. I haven't checked the silver for a long time. So let me check now. Okay, this is bearish on the weekly. It broke the support, broke the double bottom. So this is now bearish. So let me take out all these unnecessary lines. This is bearish. And we have engulfing candle. This is inside bar. So what I do is I wait for the break towards either direction of this engulfing. And if it breaks bullish, then my target is going to be the weekly Kijun Sen or Tenkan Sen. But if it breaks bearish, then I will simply follow as long as it goes and target to the next support, which is going to be all the way down here at around, let's see here, at 16.95496. But now it's range, so we can't tell which way it goes. Okay, Sintero says, what happens when clouds is flat? When Kumo's flat, that means it's flat, it's range in the long term. So in the long term, the market may range. Market may go up and down. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, Anna says, any chance to check on DXY? Many thanks. All right, DXY, let me check. It has been going up all the way when I checked that last week, but let me see. Oh yeah, it has been going all the way up. Looks like it broke the resistance. And now it came back within the resistance. Okay, so DXY, this is retracing backwards now because Tenkan Sen is flat, Kijun Sen is flat also. So it can go down to either these two levels. So Tenkan Sen right now is over here, 101.31, and Kijun Sen on the weekly is here, 99.79. So the market may retrace back to either these levels. So this is not a good time to buy anymore. If you want to buy, this is not a good time. You have to wait for the break of the resistance to buy. All right. Yeah, thank you for joining, everybody. Great to see you. Yeah, if you liked it so far, please press the like button before you leave. That would be great, so that it keeps me going. Okay, let's see. Tamas says, I'm a beginner and you help a lot in trading. Will you do this in the future? Thanks, Kay. Yes. I do this live trades, live analysis and videos almost every day on my YouTube. There are some days that I can't because of my schedule, but I will do this as much as possible. So yeah, please also subscribe and turn the notification on so that whenever I do live, you can get notified and you're not gonna miss the future lives. Okay, Sintero also says, what is your setting of your Ichimoku? This is the default Ichimoku setting. I use, let me show it to you. I use a conversion line. Tenkan Sen is 9, Kijun Sen 26, and Senko Span B is 52, displacement 26 on my trading view. Yeah, this is my setting here. Okay, Bruno says, hello Kay, how would you trade NQ, Nasdaq, right, in day trading? So for Nasdaq, if I trade as per the daily time frame, since this is bearish, I will look for the sell chance, expect the break of this doji, two little dojis. So this is called doji outside. So I wait for the doji outside break, 11488, and then place sell and target to the next support level, 10946.1. So that is my analysis. Yeah, looks like the market has been resisted by the trend line and also resisted by the Tenkan Sen. So yeah, this is still bearish, is my view. And stop loss will be above the Tenkan Sen or above the trend line. And continuously holding the sell. Okay, yeah, thank you for joining everybody. Great to see you. Okay, all right, lady says later if you have time, could you check Bitcoin if you didn't check it yet? I just joined, gracias. All right, I can check. I have already checked it, but I can check again because I know there are new joiners here. So let me see. So Bitcoin again, weekly is bearish still because below the Tenkan Sen, so it's bearish. We have inside bar on the weekly candles, but broke the support, so this is bearish. As for the daily time frame, this one is also more of this one is also range because Kumo is flat. So Kijun Sen down, but Kumo flat. So to me, this is flat in a daily time frame, but since weekly is down, I think probability-wise, I think breakout of downtrend is more higher than bullishness. Looks like there are more sellers than buyers in the market, as per Ichimoku. So potentially it breaks downtrend again. Okay. So let's see. Let me check some other comments now. So yeah, looks like we have big discussion on the Bitcoin. Yeah, so if you want to buy Bitcoin, if this were Forex, right? I don't trade Bitcoin, so I'm not really sure what's happening behind. But due to the pure technical analysis, if I were to buy, then I will first wait for the bullishness on the daily or 4 hour. So let me see. 4 hour chart has been ranging also, but I would wait for the 4 hour resistance, which is 31,369.42. Because if it happens, if the market breaks that level, then most likely Kumo will turn bullish. Kijun Sen will also be out of the Kumo and turn bullish. Chikou span above candles and above the resistance, and that will be a great timing to buy. Otherwise, it may keep ranging, goes up and down, so you may be stopped out many times. Yeah. So I guess so far right now this is range, so I'm not gonna touch because it may break bearish. If it breaks down, if it breaks this support level 28,681.23, if it breaks this level, then I will for sure place sell, look for the selling edge. So yeah, it's either it breaks bullish or bearish, I follow afterwards. But for now, I'm not gonna touch because we never know which way it breaks. Yeah, this is due to the pure Ichimoku analysis. So if this were Forex, I would think like this. Okay, Hussein says, please analyze NZD USD. All right, let me check. Okay, coming back to Forex and NZD USD. You know, I don't trade NZD pairs because it's spiky on the lower time frames, and my strategy does not really work on the New Zealand pairs. After back testing, it hasn't really worked, so that's why I don't have NZD pairs on my watch list. But here's a daily chart. Daily chart retracing back above the Tenkan-sen. However, Kumo is down and Kijun-sen is down, so this is still bearish. So now, also I see that the market is at the previous support level. So I see that this is a reversal line because the previous support is becoming the resistance now. So if the market will be resisted here at 0.6410 and start to go down on Monday, Tuesday, then I follow downtrend and expect the market breaks the support. But if it breaks that level, then it may go up to the Kijun-sen. So that will be my trading plan. Yeah, depending on which way it goes, I follow afterwards. Let me check the 1 hour also. Okay, 1 hour looks to be bullish, about to break a double top. So yeah, I think, yeah, if it breaks that level, I think that will be bullish. So to be safer, I wait for the break of the 1 hour resistance also, and then buy. And this may happen Monday. We have a couple of news on New Zealand also next week, or sorry, this week. So this breakout may be happening, and when it breaks, it can go very fast. Okay, all right. Let's see. So yeah, this is a very, very interesting market we are at right now. Forex pairs are also, you know, retracing range, but looks like other markets are also kind of confusing right now. Okay, let's see. Yash says, can you do analysis for COMP USDT compound token? Okay, I think I have that on my watch list because I think I have checked that before. COMP. Yeah, it's over here. Let me check the weekly first. Okay, weekly is now bearish, so for sure I will look to the selling edge. Looks like it broke the support, so this is going down. Oh yeah, this is going down to 0 now. Okay, so this is bearish. As for the daily time frame, this one is also bearish. Yeah, the price is, I mean, Kumo Senko span is down, Kijun Sen is also down, Chikou span below candles, so it can break the support and keeps going down is my view. Also, the market has been resisted by the Tenkan-sen. So this is showing a strong downtrend continuously. Yeah, this is bearish. So no chance to buy right now. Okay. Alright, so let me cover a few more and end the live for today. Okay, also, let me see. Let me check some other comments now. Aun says, hi K, which one is the most important when drawing support resistance line compared to body and wick? The wicks are more important than the body to draw support resistance. Whenever I draw, I always take the wicks to draw. Yeah, I would never draw the lines based on the body of the candles. Because let's say when you see the, let's say long wick, let's say here, like a Bitcoin, a long wick as here, if I come back by the bar replay, there's a long wick pointing downwards. So if I draw the horizontal line on the body, that will be here around 28,600. But if you include also the wick, then that will be down here, 25,442. And there's a huge difference here. And the reason why I draw on the wicks is because if you look into the lower time frames, the reason is more obvious. Because if you, let's say, look at the 5 minute, for example. If you look at the 5 minute chart, and for now, let me cancel the Ichimoku because I want to see only the price actions. So if you look at the 5 minute chart, you know, the daily wick looks like this. Daily wick looks like this. So if you look at the 5 minute chart, it's nonsense to draw the support level here. But it's more reasonable to place the line here because obviously and clearly, exactly here, this was where the sellers were exhausted and buyers came to the market and keep holding a trade. So the reason why these support and resistance lines work on the wicks is because there are stop loss orders for buyers since 12th of May, 7:15 UTC. These buyers most likely are placing the stop loss orders here below 25,442.90. So as the market keeps going up, some traders may put the stop loss below these minor or swing lows. They may put this support here, but some of them place the stop loss down here. And when you compare the volumes of the stop orders between here and these swing lows, obviously this one has much more volumes than these minor lows. So from this reason, if you place the support level here, that means let's say the market comes down afterwards. Let's say the market goes down this way and sellers might be exhausted, but buyers are still holding the trade because it hasn't, the positions have not taken by the stop loss orders yet. The buyers are technically still alive, and when the buyers see this reverse, they may buy again because this is very close to the stop loss. They may start to buy again, and the market may go up like this afterwards. And this is the mechanism of how sellers and buyers are going in general. So from that reason, it's better to take the wick of the daily or the 4-hour higher time frames to draw resistance and support in this reason. But let's say if you draw the line on the body then you'll be drawing the line here as a support, for example. And then you see many fake breakouts. Sometimes it was resisted here, but you see overshoots many times, and it's nonsense to see the support here. There's no support basically, but the true support is down here. And that's why I always take the wicks to draw support, resistance, and also the trend lines. From this reason, I think I will talk more details about this, but this is rough sketch of why I draw the lines on the wicks than the bodies. So yeah, that was a brief explanation, but I hope you get the idea now. Okay, so I guess I will end the live in about 5 minutes from now. So I will just do some free talk until the end of the live today. So yeah, again, looks like markets are tricky these days. After we had some big trends on the March and April, towards the end of April until May, we have some tricky markets. But this is normal in Forex pairs. No markets keeps going up or down. Sometimes they take a rest and they range, they consolidate in order to prepare for the next big waves. And so one thing for sure is that there will be big trends. And I think the challenge is to whether you're going to be able to wait until the big waves or not. Usually when the market ranges like this, consolidates and ranges, people tend to lose money. And what's more important is, even if you buy or sell in the range market, and even if you hold for a couple of days, it doesn't go anywhere. Like you might be range in the 3 days, you still have some break-evens, and that's kind of frustrating. So I don't think it's better to hold the positions in the range market in that reason, and that's why I don't really trade. But instead, again, I prefer to do something else besides trading and enjoy my life. However, I monitor chart every day. It doesn't mean that I completely leave chart. It doesn't mean that. I come back to chart twice or 3 times per day, because we never know when the big trend happens. Let's say for the last 2 weeks, it was range, so you may expect this week might be range too. So you may take week off this week, but the big trends may happen tomorrow, Monday or Tuesday. We never know. And that's the markets, that's Forex. So just to check, just to keep an eye on the market every day, at least once or twice, so that you know what's happening in the markets, and you can get ready whenever it starts to trend again. So I think that's a big lesson for everyone when the markets range like this. So yeah, anyways, it was I hope you enjoyed the live show today, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And I hope you have some nice pips this week also. So until then, please stay healthy and stay safe and stay gold. Right, bye for now everyone. Mata ne. Thank you.